Hello beautiful people, I'm Pit, your VR boxing coach. In this video we'll see how to train in the thrill of the fight or any kind of VR boxing game to be a skilled counter artist. So here we go. First of all, you have to open the game, the thrill of the fight, because we will use this game because this is the best game, the best boxing simulation out there for the moment. So the principle here is to defend, and when the opponent is touching you on, for example, the right side, you will go with the right. So you can go with a cross, for example, if he touches the right, or a hook. It depends on the angle, your position, but you just have to wait for him, so you will train your reflexes. It looks simple, but it's not. So every time he touches me, I go with the same arm. And sometimes you'll see you won't be able to do that. So if you think it's the right coming, sometimes you go with the left. It's okay. You have just to try to touch the guy. So you can start just with like straight punches, like the jab and the right, depending on what you are, like left-handed or right-handed. And sometimes I try to switch because this is my style, but you do what you want. So you have to be on normal mode or endurance, because on Outclassed it's a bit too fast. So it's better to stay at normal and maybe endurance too. Endurance is okay. Normal mode is good for average people. So here I'm in normal mode, but I could be at endurance. The reason why I don't play at this game, I mean this part of the reflexes training at Outclassed, because sometimes it goes crazy with hooks, direct cross, jab everywhere, and it's impossible to anticipate. And even in normal mode, when he does combinations, you'll see it's pretty hard to anticipate anything. So you have to keep the distance between the opponent and you, especially if it's moneymaker, because if you are in middle range, it will go crazy on you. You have to be sure to just put a distance between him and you have to feel it, because if he goes crazy on you, that means you are too close. So train every day for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You'll see it's nerve-wracking. So because of the, you have to be tense, you have to be aware, focused, and it's pretty tiring. So don't be disappointed at first, because it's hard to do. And try to be clean with your technique. Try to be fast and clean. And this is a game of focus. This will be the most focused moment of your life. I know it's not a real opponent, but yeah, you will be focused because it's pretty, I don't know. This is VR boxing, it's not real, but your brain is kind of thinking it's real. So you have to vary. After the straight punches, sometimes you can do some variation, hooks, maybe try some uppercut. And depending on the guard of the guy in front of you, you have to interact with him. So if, for example, if he goes for a cross, you can go inside. So the punch is here, you go inside, and then you can go for a straight or maybe an uppercut. But you will see in this position inside, you won't be able to go for a hook, for example. But if you go in the outside of the punch, here you can go with a hook. So try to remember, depending on your stance, of course, but if you go outside the punch, it's sometimes better to hook. And sometimes it's good to uppercut when you go outside, because it's like a crust. I don't know how to say it, how to explain it, but it's pretty easy it's pretty natural to go for an uppercut when you are outside of the punch. And so for some people, it seems like counterproductive, but it is productive, and you have to get sometimes weird angle to knock someone out. And if you are outside of a punch, your chances to go for a weird angle or a dead angle, which the opponent can't see the punch coming, this is great for you. Of course, here we are against an AI, so it's not the same. But when you are in real life with real human people, you can put your hand in front of the sight of the guy. And if you are outside, it's better because you can aim for the back of the head or the top of the head. And it can be really shocking for the guy if he doesn't see your punch coming. And that's pretty much all the knocked out I've seen. Maybe 90% have been in a dead angle. So when someone doesn't see it coming, or if the sight is limited, so yeah. So keep that in mind. If you go inside, you are more exposed because it's easier to replicate, to counter where an opponent is like leaning inside your punches. But when he is outside, it can be very difficult to turn around and to position it, to position your feet back and straight. So outside is good, but you have to be really quick and your timing has to be perfect, or nearly perfect. So I keep the flow coming, and sometimes I counter with a 1-2 or a jab and hook, or a simple hook, overhand, and yeah, I mean, that's it. The training is simple, but you have to do that every freaking day of the month, because yeah, this is a great workout and this works, guys. And in real life, you will be like faster, stronger, more precise. You will be more aware of what's coming. And this is a problem with VR boxing. You're never in pain. So yeah, the advantage of IRL is that it's painful most of the time when you get like punched, and you learn this way. But in VR boxing, you have to be very aware of the fact that you're not learning by pain, and this is not a good thing for fighting. So your body has to learn from something, and this is your constraint. So you have to make the deal with the VR boxing headset. And what's your ethic? What's your philosophy? And do you want to improve just your cardio, or do you want to be a real fighter without pain, of course, but you don't want to be bruised or yeah, you just want to be a better fighter, and you can learn with VR boxing, but you have to be clean with your technique. You have to be disciplined when and you have to have a purpose every time you do something with this headset and controllers. So this is my philosophy. I'm working at both sides, VR boxing and in real life. So I just want to transform my headset into something like a coach or a tool which can help me to be a better fighter. So that's why I advised you guys to do that every day, or maybe 4 or 5 days a week, just 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you will be improving. It's crazy. You will see the punches coming. You will be very patient, and you need it when you want to improve boxing. You need the patience. You need to be composed, not stress every time. Just focus on what's coming and what you want to where you want to punch. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Of course, a thumb up will help my channel, and subscribe please, and put the ring on if you are interested by my content. I will try to improve my channel, and your help is very, very welcome. If you didn't see it, I've played on Outclassed with a very big room in the Thrill of the Fight. So you can see my movements, my steps, my footwork. So go here. Another interesting video is a warm-up video. Go here if you don't want to get injured. And as always, keep boxing.